Am I now to assume by what you've told me before we went on the air, Brian, that they have made another list of 500 fucking alleged professional wrestlers in the industry today around the world? They found 500 that they believe need to be recognized as professionals over at Pro Wrestling Illustrated, and they have put out this list again this year.
It is the annual. It is, how many years have they been doing it? Does it say 34th annual PWI 500? We talk about it every year.
And back in 1990, you may have been pressed to find 500 legitimate pro wrestlers, but if you included Japan and Mexico, you could probably do it. But I am astonished that they can still claim that they are doing this.
Well, look at this. It's a picture of Cody Rhodes holding a PWI shirt. Is this current or is this from when he was in AEW? Does WWE allow this? Oh, no, copyright WWE. They did allow this. Wow.
Uh-huh.
Wow, interesting.
Well, and next thing you know, Bill Apter's going to be on Raw giving out the awards.
Which awards? The Jerry Lewis Awards?
No, the PWI Awards.
Oh. Well, he's not with PWI anymore.
Well, they can't have anybody but Bill do that on a big-time television.
Well, let's go to this list. The PWI 500.
Be like Dick Clark when after the stroke, he was still doing the New Year's Rockin' Eve.
The primary...
And everybody was drunk about 10 minutes to goddamn midnight on New Year's Eve, and there comes Dick Clark in that condition. And it actually raised the suicide rate on New Year's Eve up 22%
will you
watch
stop
Dick
it.
Clark.
Leave him alone. He was the world's oldest teenager. And then
and then he was the world's youngest fucking vegetable.
He was your world's oldest teenager until Dave Meltzer took that title. Jim, the primary criteria for the PWI 500 is in-ring achievement, the win-loss records, the championships, the tournaments, influence, which is visibility and prestige within a promotion and or the industry, technical ability, the quality of moves, matches, and in-ring storytelling, competition, success against the most varied and high-quality opponents, and finally, activity, a minimum of 10 singles, non-tag, 10 singles matches total, or, barring this, 6 such matches in separate months.
What?
Huh.
What are you saying? What's happening there?
To be considered, you need to have a minimum of 10 singles matches, or 6 singles matches in separate months. You have to be active in 6 different months. Or you have to have at least 10 matches.
Jesus Christ. Well, 10 singles matches, but so does that mean that Hawk and Animal at one point would not have been considered for this list because they didn't have singles, they only wrestled tags? Or that means that you have to wrestle at least in half of the month, one time in half of the months of the year to be, Jesus Christ. I could be considered a goddamn professional international traveler because 10 years ago I went to the UK. All right, so yeah, you got to wrestle half a dozen times a year and have some singles matches, and they're legitimately going to try to pass 500 full-time, heard of, legitimate professional wrestlers by us here on this list. All right.
That is right. Well, let's get going. We have a long way to go. Let's get going.
And a short time to get there.
Jim, number 1 on the list.
No, we're not going to read all 500 of these fucking things.
Not if you keep stalling. Number 1 on the list, Jim.
No, not at all.
Come on, we got to get going. There's a big list here. Who do you think's number 1? Any prediction? If you had to pick who's the number 1 wrestler in the industry today, who would you pick?
I would think it would come down to, depending on when their press deadline was, Cody Rhodes or Roman Reigns.
At number 1, Cody Rhodes.
Boom.
18 years pro. His path to number 1. In 2007, he debuted at number 172 on the list. Last year, he was number 10. His previous highest amount was in 2022. He was number 6. Who do you think's number 2 on the list?
Roman Reigns?
Swerve Strickland.
Oh, God damn it.
15 years pro. Wow, really? I had no idea. 15 years pro. Last year, he was ranked 112. Any thoughts on him being number 2?
But I mean, it's not even knocking him to say by what in the world, how can you be the number 2 star in the entire industry when you're not even the top guy in your own promotion that is outsized and overshadowed by the WWE to a ridiculous degree?
Who do you think's number 3? If Cody's number 1 and Swerve's number 2, who's number 3?
Well, okay, then I'm going to say MJF.
Number 3, Will Ospreay.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
12 years pro. Last year, he was number 17 on the list.
So did they kind of work, because it's a work anyway, right? But their board of editors or whatever, considering all these goddamn different facets of people's careers, it's a fucking work to try to sell magazines. So did they make the deal that, well, we've got to give the number 1 spot to a WWE guy, because then it would really be ridiculous if we didn't, but we don't want to piss AEW off because their fans are probably even more the ones motivated by all the magazines. So we'll give them the number 2 and number 3 spot, even though nobody in AEW has the drawing power or is the goddamn in-ring or television performer that the top 6 or 8 guys in the WWE are right now.
Well, it says here his decision to sign with AEW has been second-guessed by some, but the criticism has only motivated Ospreay to prove his work ethic is second to none. A true artist in the ring, he's competed in 8 matches this year alone, earning 5 stars or more from the Wrestling Observer newsletter Dave Meltzer, including bouts with Kazuchika Okada, Josh Alexander, MJF, and Michael Oku. That's number 3, Will Ospreay. Who do you think's number 4?
Oh, God damn it.
Cody, Swerve, Ospreay.
Where would Roman Reigns be at this point?
I don't know. Is he even on the list? Has he wrestled in 6 different months or had 10 matches?
Well,
if that's the criteria, he may not be on the list.
Good Lord. So one of the biggest stars of modern times who has set gate record after gate record might not be on this list because, oh, geez. All right. Well, then Brock Lesnar wouldn't be around at all, would he? Then let's go with Gunther.
Number 4, Seth Rollins.
Christ,
Last year, he was number 1, 16 years pro. He's a visionary.
Every bit of it.
Number 5. Any predictions for number 5?
Gunther.
We're on. Gunther, good pick. Number 5, Tetsuya Naito.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
19 years pro. He was not ranked last year. Who do you think's number 6?
Well, Orton just came back recently from a back injury. Again, I don't know when their printing deadline was, but is Randy Orton going to be in here? Is LA Knight going to be in here? Is Logan Paul going to be in here? Is who of the top people that I'm forgetting about in the WWE? They've got so many. Is Rhea Ripley, or is this only guys?
I believe this is only guys.
Okay, then in that case, why can't they put in where, and here's the cutoff line where Rhea Ripley could kick the shit out of all the rest of the guys on the list. Let's say, you've thrown me off. I'm still pulling for Gunther.
At number 6, from the Bronx, Damian Priest. Last year, he was number 71.
Well, that was when they were pushing him with the world title belt, but, all those people that I just mentioned are bigger stars than Damian Priest is.
Who do you think's number 7?
WWE.
Number 7.
Gunther.
MJF.
Okay, now they finally remembered to go back the other side of the street.
9 years pro. Last year he was number 6, so he drops a spot. Number 8. Any prediction for number 8?
Gunther.
Jon Moxley.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Last year he was number 3, and he's 20 years pro. Wow, really?
Yeah, and every single bit of it shows on his fucking face and his stoop-shouldered, awkward, disconnected bucket of body parts physique.
Who do you think's number 9?
Gunther.
Number 9, Gunther. Last year he was number 4. He's 18 years pro.
That's amazing. But at least, if he had come to the United States before the last few years when the administration came in that would appreciate him, we probably wouldn't be talking about him now because they'd have ruined him and he'd have gone home in misery. So I'm glad that he stayed hid over there from the mainstream television over here for that long till he got really fucking good.
You kind of just described what happened in the past to number 10. Who do you think's number 10 on the list?
Oh, now you've baffled me. I got nobody else. Gunther.
Number 10, Místico. 26 years pro. Last year he was number 46. And now we'll go through some of the other ones. Number 11, Samoa Joe. 12, Sami Zayn. 13, Drew McIntyre. 14, Brian...
we forgot about Drew McIntyre. My God, how's he not top 5?
14, Bryan Danielson. 15, Moose. 16, Sonata.
Who?
From New Japan. Affiliation, he's with the group Just Five Guys.
No, he's doing burgers?
No, not Five Guys Burgers. He's Just Five Guys. It's kind of like Ray's Pizza versus Famous Ray's versus Ray's Famous. You know?
So what do they do? A bun with no burger or a burger with no bun?
Well, I don't. It doesn't say here. But number 17 is Jey Uso. What do you think of that?
Ooh. And it's a shame we talked about all the stars that are over. He's over like crazy. But goddamn, his work. It's like it regressed when he became the hot dogging babyface, and it's just so phony looking. Am I overstating this?
He's not a favorite of mine in the ring. Number 18, El Hijo del Vikingo.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
19, Mustafa Ali.
Oh, wait a minute, back up. Vikingo, number 18 in the world of professional wrestling. And we have not got CM Punk in there yet.
Well, it says he's been out of action since the spring, but he continued his unreal crash and burn performances for half of the evaluation period. He defended the Mega Championship in the US, Mexico, and Australia via Ring of Honor, AAA, and Game Changer Wrestling.
Did you realize I just said we ain't got Punk in there yet? And they're almost at 20, and they're talking about Vikingo?
Number 20, Eddie Kingston.
Oh, Christ on a cracker.
21, Kazuchika Okada. 22, Nick Nemeth. What do you think of that? One of your former students.
He can outwork half of the guys on, or more, on the top 20 that you've just read off, but at the same time, again, where is he currently making a massive, difference in something as related to the people that we're talking about that they haven't put on this list yet?
Well, let's go back to this list. Number 23, Alex Shelley. Number 24, Orange Cassidy.
Jesus Christ.
Number 25, Alex Kane.
What?
He is the suplex assassin. He entered the evaluation period as the MLW World Heavyweight Champion. I've never even heard of him. Huh. Well, we'll find out more about him in the future when he goes to another company. 26, Adam Copeland. 27, L.A. Knight. I'll stop there for a moment.
Oh, Jesus. Again, L.A. Knight. They're chanting on network television, L.A. Knight, yeah. But he's below Vikingo, and who-o is that-o?
And he's right next to number 28, Trick Williams. 29, Christian Cage. 30, Ilya Dragunov. This really points out why they should do a PWI, it couldn't be 500, maybe PWI 50, the best part-timers in wrestling, because all the main eventers are part-timers. Roman, Brock, Punk. If Punk didn't qualify for the list, put Punk on there too. Number 31, Mark Briscoe. Number 32, Katsuhiko Nakajima.
Oh, you're just making that up.
Number 33, Zack Sabre Jr. Number 34, Mike Speedball Bailey. Number 35, Keno, or Keno, I don't know. I couldn't be Keno. Keno.
How many N's is there?
There's one N.
Is there a Drava over the E?
No, just Kenoh.
Oh, there's an H. Then I think it's got to be Keno.
Number 36, Mascara Dorada 2.0. Number 37, Logan Paul. Number 38, Michael Oku. Number 39.
Oh, who? Oh, who?
Number 39, Cruel. Krule, by the way, not even Cruel. Number 40, EC3. EC3, number 40 on the list.
Where's he been lately? You never hear of him anymore.
He's the NWA World Champion, according to this.
Okay. All right. I've been keeping up. I'm sorry.
What do you do if you want to disappear? You win the NWA World title. That's what you do. Number 41, Yuma Anzai. Number 42, Adam Page. 43, Josh Alexander. 44, Satoshi Kojima. 45, Rey Mysterio.
Oh, Christ. But behind... all right.
Yeah, this list is getting... I'm trying to see. It's just falling off. Number 55, Randy Orton.
What? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Number 52, Braun Breaker.
Randy Orton, number 55. 52, Braun Breaker. And behind these names that you've been rattling off.
Well, let me go back to the list here. 51, Joe Hendry. 52, Braun Breaker. 53, Obafemi. And if you haven't seen him yet, you probably do need to in NXT. He is impressive.
I thought it was one of the girls from the name.
No, he's a rookie wrestler in NXT. You have to see him. He's got a look, he's got size, he can move, and there may be something there. Well, you'll see him when NXT debuts on the WB. What is it? CW?
The CW.
What is it? I can't remember.
The CW.
UPN. Oh, CW.
No. Dumont. But Obafemi.
Number 54, Max.
Drives a Hemi.
Number 50. No, Vince does. Number 54, Max the Impaler. Number 55, Randy Orton. Number 56, AJ Styles. 57, Claudio Castagnoli. 58, Kevin Owens. 59, Jack Perry. 60, El Desperado. 61, Atlantis Jr.
All right, how far are you going?
62, Rocky Romero. 63, Ricochet. You can get millions of dollars even if you're 63. 64, Blake Christian. 65, Kyle Fletcher. 66, Solo Sikoa. 67, Konosuke Takeshita. 68, Finn Balor. 69, Dominic Mysterio. 70, Chris Sabin. And now it's about to really fall off here because now, yeah. All right, we could stop soon.
Right, who's number 500?
Hold on, I'm going through this. Let's see if there's any puzzling names at the end. Let's go towards the end. There's all sorts of pictures and names. I don't know who any of these people are. Number 491, Lucas DeSangro, nicknamed Twitch. Number 492, Isaiah Wolf, trained by Johnny Rods. Number 493, Rohan Raja. His signature move is a modified jumping flatliner. 494, Chris Stara, out of Montreal. 495.
Wait, Chris Stara?
Chris Stara, one word. Like share, Chris Stara. Like Christoph, Chris Stara. 495, TJ Sykes, the Red Prince. 496, Smiley. His secret weapon is derangement.
Wait, what's Smiley?
That's right.
Is there a photo of Smiley?
There is no photo, but he has held multiple titles in New Jersey's Pro Wrestling Magic, whatever that is. I live in New Jersey and I don't know anything about Pro Wrestling Magic. Number 497, Anakin Murphy. 498, Santana Jackson. His signature move is the Moonwalk DDT. Is that the Michael Jackson impersonator?
I bet you it is.
499, Travis Lee. His home promotion is the ECWA. And finally, number 500, Memes, a.k.a. Blue Pain, a.k.a. Blue Kane. Have you ever seen a person dressed like Kane but blue, not red?
No. What?
Yeah, that's Blue Kane. He's number 500.
What is his size? What are his dimensions?
It doesn't say here. Social media sensation, gained a lot of buzz this year, but also had a lot of wins. Held multiple championships in his native UK. He he bested Charles Crowley in a Buried Alive match and became the obsession and briefly the arch nemesis of Matt Cardona. So he's reached the pinnacle of indie wrestling, I guess.
But what I'm saying is this just some normal-looking schlub dressed up as a blue cane, or is he really 7 feet tall and 300 pounds or whatever the fuck?
See, now I'm confused. I'm going to go through a few more here. 451, Austin Luke, Prince Harming. 452, Tony Deppen, I think. 453, Baron Corbin. 454, Laney Luck, nickname Lucha Laney. 455, Eli Everfly, I guess. Here's where I'm confused. 456, Maki Ito. Secret weapon, obscene finger gestures. Why is a woman in here if... See, I don't understand.
And what does that say for Blue Cane when she's 50 points ahead?
Yeah, I don't know. Here's another woman. Sawyer Wreck. Who's this? Ring style hardcore. Impressive Team 3D Academy grad, missed some ring time due to injury. Defeated Milo for the Hood Slam Best Athlete in the East Bay title. Retained against Rob Hands. Picked up multiple wins against Jimmy Lloyd. And beat Billy Dixon in a Falls Count Anywhere match.
And you should have seen that goddamn knockdown drag out she had with Arnold Finster. And Tits McGee was the referee.
Well, here's an interesting one.
They had a big crowd on the street corner.
At 396 is Microman. Build height 3'3". Popular young wrestler, is great at beating opponents who underestimate him. Biggest win this year, arguably, was Joey Janela's clusterfuck battle royal during WrestleMania weekend.
Oh, good.
He defeated Danhausen, Brandon Kirk, and Dark Sheik, amongst others, and challenged Joey Janela for the Extreme title. Microman, 3 feet. So now we have women and midgets, or little people, they used to be called midgets, in here.
Dwarves are actually the real term. Rather, all the wrestlers who were advertised in wrestling as midget wrestlers were actually dwarves.
Ricky Morton's son, Kerry Morton, number 354. It's a picture of him here.
But he's neither a midget nor a dwarf.
I don't know why this just hit me looking through this. I guess because I saw a picture of a hairy wrestler. What happened to Cameron Grimes? We heard he left WWE, but that was it. We haven't heard anything else.
I assume he's going back to his previous name and personality and attempting to further himself.
You would have thought AEW would have jumped all over someone like that.
Well, no, he can work.
Maybe. Okay, you have a good point. Maybe they wouldn't jump all over that. All right, well, this is the PWI 500.
It certainly was.
On newsstands, wherever you find wrestling magazines in 20. Go to Barnes & Noble.
Well, yes, where can you find a magazine these days? That's why people are so stupid. Nobody's reading anymore. All they do with their lives is get on their telephones and then go to sleep at night, Brian. And I only agree with one of those things. I feel like you got to go to sleep and you got to have a good night's sleep. It's part of a healthy routine if you sleep for some period of time once a day. Can you agree with me on this?
I'm a big fan of sleeping. I'm a big fan of napping when you get a chance. It's always good to have a nice little nap in the middle of the day.
Sometimes that's like a trailer or a teaser for sleep. Well, I'll nap, and then that way later on I can look forward to sleeping. But you can do all of those things and even more on a Helix sleep mattress. Helix, they've been our friends for so long now. You can sleep on a Helix sleep mattress. You can nap on a Helix sleep mattress. You can watch TV on a Helix sleep mattress. You can eat your dinner if you got a nice bed tray, like, Betty Davis and whatever happened to Baby Jane or whatever the fuck. Or there's other things you can do on mattresses that I've been told, but that's up to the individual. But they got the best daggum mattresses of any mattress people that you're going to come into contact with, and you don't have to go to them because they will come to you. Brian, no more do the people have to go out to these shady mattress stores in these back alleys and get the black market mattress. The epidemic of those back in the 70s was what was led to most of the, socially transmitted diseases.
I've never heard that.
It's true. Before mattress delivery to your home in a box was legalized, you had to go out to a mattress store in a back alley and do it in a shady way, where you actually had to lay on a mattress that other people were laying on to see whether you liked it or not. And that's what led to the Great Plague of 1987. Almost a quarter of the populace was, it didn't make it through that because they had been laying on tester mattresses. And it was kind of like the green stuff that grew on Stephen King and Creepshow. But you don't have to do that anymore because Helix has streamlined the process. You just go to helixsleep.com. That's where you're going to find them. And then you take the quiz and you tell them what kind of, or do you sweat when you sleep? Probably because you're fretting over all the evil things you've done to people. Or do you like sleep on your side or your back? You want to be cooled down, heated up, flipped over, whatever the case. And they will pinpoint the mattress that they have that you want, and they will send it to your door, and you just take the box into the bedroom or wherever you have your mattress and unbox it, and poof, there it is. Remember that song? Poof, there it is. Poof, there it is.
No, that's not it. It was whoomp, there it is.
Well, there is no word named whoomp.
That's the problem. When I first started hearing it, before it was a hit song, I would hear it at center stage watching WCW Saturday Night. I couldn't tell what the fans were chanting. Like, what are they saying exactly? And then the song hit.
No, there's only, Helix only deals in real words. Poof, there it is. Right there on your bed, and you've got, a long time. I can't even find the line to tell me how long you have to try it out in your home before you can still get your money back if you don't like it. But what kind of asshole would you be if you didn't like these Helix sleep mattresses? And they've got 10 to 15-year warranties. The 100-night trial offer stands in effect, and there's no fiberglass. There's not going to be any kind of fiberglass wrapped up in these mattresses. Some of these other mattress companies are actually grinding up returned Coca-Cola bottles and making mattresses out of the fine powder. Have you heard this on the news?
I have not heard it. You have not heard it. There's no evidence of this. You don't have to worry about this with the fine mattresses from Helix Sleep.
I know for a fact that they were doing this because it was on the news when a person in Springfield, Ohio, ate a dog that had been chewing on the mattress made out of the ground Coca-Cola glass. That's when it was brought to light. Well, there's not going to be any of that in Helix. No ground up glass, no fiberglass, no any kind of glass. Just pure mattress technology, folks. And right now, I can't believe I'm about to tell you this. It's coming up on Christmas. Well, all days of the year, you need a place to sleep, or just at least a place to do those other mattressy things. But right now, they're offering 25% off all mattress orders. If you get 5 mattresses, that would still count. You could get, my God, you could save more than one of the mattresses cost you. So get 5. You'll need them eventually. If you're a 20, 30-year-old person, you're going to go through another 4 or 5 mattresses. Anyway, 25% off and 2 free pillows if right now you go to helixsleep.com/JCE. That's HELIX sleep.com/JCE. 25% off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows. And that's not even talking about the kids' mattresses and the fat people. If you are a giant, corpulent, fat, obese, morbidly goddamn explosive diarrhea-ridden whale, they've still got a mattress that won't just completely pop underneath you. It's reinforced with rebar and 2x4s, but it'll hold your ass up.
Wait, what will? What are you saying?
The big fat person mattress they got. They
don't
mattresses.
have that. I turned for a second to look at my email, and you make up the worst story yet. There are no mattresses like that. Slowly, you can turn to the Helix Sleep website and see the fine mattresses for you and your family and your friends and whoever else you want to make sure has a good night's sleep.
It's the Helix Plus, the mattress designed for the big and tall sleepers, and also the ones that are so fucking fat that their bathtub has stretch marks. And that, when they were hit by a car, the police asked the driver, said, "Why'd you run into the guy?" He said, "I didn't have enough gas to go around him."
All right. Let's get back to telling everyone about a great mattress, a great way to sleep, Helix Sleep.
Yes, that's where you're going to go to sleep soon, on a Helix mattress. The sleep of the eternity. Just lay down and drift off, folks. It's an easy way to go. HelixSleep.com/JCE, 25% off all mattress orders, and 2 free pillows for our listeners right now. Go to HelixSleep.com/JCE.